Good morning, tubers. Matt M. Roy back once again. Back to you on the 28th, I believe, of January 2019. It is a very cold day here in Southern Virginia. Go outside. I actually haven't even looked at the actual temperature, but it's cold. It's got to be in the high 30s or low 40s. I mean, fairly typical for this time of year, but I'll be honest with you, I am absolutely ready for spring. I am having the worst time this year with dry skin. If you notice, my entire face is dried out. I even starting to break out right here. I've been putting lotion and face moisturizing cream on it every day. Helps a little bit, but at the end of the day, the only thing that's going to help a lot is for the temperature to warm up. Then we can turn the forced air heat down and it won't be drying my skin out. Now, ideally, we would have something like a humidifier attached to the heating system, but unfortunately, we never wanted to put that in. It was just a little too expensive. I think what I'm going to have to do, instead of using my infrared heater at night, I'm going to have to take out my big, gigantic humidifier, hook that up, at least for a few nights, and see what happens. Now, you're probably saying, Matt, how come you can't use both? Well, unfortunately, my room only has a 10 amp service. That's right, my entire huge room over the garage there only has a 10 amp service, so I'm unable to run both the heater and the actual humidifier, because my humidifier is one of those, I don't know which to call them. It's one of the ones that actually heats up and burns and creates the steam. I don't know the proper name for it, guys. I'm sorry. But needless to say, I'm going to have to be freezing at night if I want my skin to stop breaking out. But you guys are probably not going to want to hear any more about that. So what are we going to get up to today? Well, Mom and I have to go out to Gabe's. She wants to look at some clothes there, and I figured I'd tag along and see what else I can find. The thrift stores are bare right now. There is just nothing to be had at the thrift stores. I've made my rounds 2-3 times since Christmas, and I don't know what's going on. People are just not donating stuff, or they're just hoarding it at this point. I don't know. I think what might be happening, I think people are waiting until tax time, and once tax time comes, that usually is when people start getting rid of their technology. In other words, they get their tax refund back, usually late February, early March, and then they'll start upgrading their computers, and then, and only then, will I start seeing a lot of them at the thrift stores. But I'm remaining fairly optimistic. I think there's a good chance starting in the next week or so, I'll be able to find some goodies at the thrift store. Hopefully something that warrants an actual tech video, because you guys have told me time and time again, Matt, how come you're not doing any tech videos? Well, there's just not that much to do. I mean, everything that I'm finding is just really mediocre stuff that I've reviewed. Matter of fact, the computers that I have upstairs and I'm working on now are Dell Vostro 200s and 400s, which I've reviewed so many times on this channel. So I'm going to head inside. I'm very cold. I'm not even wearing a jacket right now, but it actually feels good because the way my face is right now, it's kind of soothing. So we'll see what the rest of the day brings, and I'll talk to you guys on the flip side. All right, tubers, so back inside. Dad's making some coffee. He probably doesn't want to talk right now, do you?
Right.
Oh, he's got his teeth in. He does. Okay. All right, that's cool. I was going to show him what we're doing for dinner tonight. This is a dish that Mom started making about a year ago. It's like a chicken taco dish. Basically, all you do is you get chicken breasts. You put in, I think it's salsa, onions, and a few other spices, and you cook it down. And once the chicken cooks down, you shred it up, and it comes to resemble something like southern pulled pork. And then we just go ahead and mix that with some onions and peppers, and we put that on a soft taco shell, and it's actually really good. Mom usually makes some rice with it. What does she have it on here? Low? We might have to turn that up because it's not really cooking that fast. What do you think of this dish? You were always kind of mixed about it.
Good. Oh, good, yeah. Like, what's the, fajitas.
Exactly.
Fajitas.
Very similar, except instead of it being like the bigger strips, it's shredded.
Yeah.
It's kind of like pulled pork, but I'll show you guys later on what it looks like.
It's easier to eat than it's shredded.
It is, especially when sometimes you get really, really tough chicken at times,
Yeah.
and if it's too big a chunk, it's just way too hard to eat.
Right.
All right, tubers, I'm going to let Dad enjoy his coffee. We'll see what the rest of the day brings. We'll talk to you guys on the flip side. All right, tubers. So Mom and I are about to head out to Gabe's, and I was right on temperature-wise. I said it was in the high 30s, low 40s. I just checked the thermometer, and it says it's 40 degrees out. And I was actually surprised. I wasn't even that cold outside. I think my body's starting to get used to the colder temperatures at this point. But honestly, I'm wanting spring so bad because I've been itching to take my bikes out, and it's just not possible around here during the winter, not only because of the cold weather. I mean, I could bike ride in 30 or 40 degree weather, but when you add the constant wind that we have in this area, it's just way too cold. So pray for an early spring. Hopefully the groundhog sees his shadow so we get an early spring. I'm going to go ahead and eat some lunch first because I'm actually getting really hungry. I've already gotten 8,500 steps and it's only about 11:30, so that's really good. It was so hard yesterday with church and everything to get to 20,000 steps. I think it was like 4 p.m., and I only had maybe 8 or 9,000. So Mom and I walked the mall, then we went to BJ's and we did some shopping, and I came home and did some marching in place, and I was actually able to get to 20,000 steps. Actually, I think I got 22 and some change yesterday. So bear in mind, it can be done. It's not easy all the time. There are times that you might be really tired, your back hurts, maybe your knees are killing you, but you got to press on. I mean, look at what I've been able to do. I'm under 230 pounds, and not a year and 3 months ago, I was closer to 350 pounds. You don't need to get weight loss surgery in most cases. Now, there are some people out there that may not be able to do what I did. Maybe they have more physical problems where weight loss surgery is needed. But for the majority of you out there that are still mobile, I mean, even if you're 350, 400 pounds, if you're still mobile to where you can walk for 10 or 15 minutes, then you can do what I did. There was a time where I couldn't even walk for 10 minutes without being totally out of breath. And I just took it one baby step after another. So don't think that you can't do it, because you can. All right, I'm going to go have some lunch. We'll probably pick this up again when we get to Gabe's. And I'll talk to you guys on the flip side. All right, tubers. So show you what Milo does when Mom tries to eat her lunch, or pretty much any meal.
Gotta dump it on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
I just found him shut in. I heard some meowing in the kitchen. Now he was shut in the one of the closets downstairs.
You stinker.
You're terrible.
Milo. Here, try to get him over again. See if he'll come. Milo, look.
Here, Mike.
Milo, guess what? Mama's got something for you. Isn't that a stinker? Every time Mom eats, no matter what meal, right? I mean, breakfast, lunch, dinner, Milo's there begging for scraps. Yep. You like people food, unlike Baxter, who doesn't like any people food whatsoever. You are a spoiled cat. I don't know if he pretty much likes the cheese. He doesn't usually like cheese all that much, I've noticed.
Well, I guess he'll eat anything. I think he's lonesome because he was stuck in there. I don't know how long he was in the closet.
Which closet was it?
No, Dad's work clothes closet.
Oh, and that one's pretty cramped. There's not a lot of
There's no
room.
place to, there's a box in there with tons of shoes. There's no place really to sit instead on top of the shoes.
You poor boy.
Poor baby, yeah.
You got to be careful. And they'll do that. They're really stealthy like that. You open a closet, and they'll go in there, and you'll never even know it. They're that quick.
Yep.
I don't know what a stinker. All right, tubers, we're going to head out to Gabe's in a few minutes. Maybe show you guys, I'll do a little bit of filming in there, and I'll talk to you guys on the flip side. All right, tubers, heading over to the thrift store. Thought I'd vlog a little in the car for you. Got some interesting news. It appears that we are going to be getting some snow showers over the next day or so. Nothing too terribly significant. They're talking maybe a half an inch to an inch of snow at most. It's one of those deals where it's coming in from the west around Ohio and coming into Virginia. And it's going to start off as rain for the first few hours, and then it's going to merge into snow. We're not even going to get a mix. It's going to right from rain to snow. And once it turns to snow, it's only going to stick around for maybe 3 or 4 hours at the most. It's one of those really rapid, fast-moving storms that's going to come in and come out really, really quickly. So nothing significant, but still, it'll be nice to see some snow showers. Now, Here's the unfortunate part. I was really hoping to get it on video for you, but it's going to be late at night, and I don't think there's going to be enough light to actually film it. If there is, I'll give it a try, but more likely than not, you guys will just have to wait until we have the next significant storm, which probably won't be too far away. Honestly, in this area, we tend to get a lot of snow in the February to March range, and sometimes even into April nowadays. It's really weird the way the weather's been lately. I've noticed that even though people say global warming exists, and I'm on the fence about it, I've noticed, at least in this area, that it's actually gotten colder over the past few years. And I was just listening to a radio show this morning, and they were talking about how in the Bahamas, for the first time ever, people there have actually had to install furnaces and heating apparatuses, because before, maybe a year or two ago, it would never get really cold enough there for them to have to heat their houses. But now it's been dipping into like the 30s and 40s, and for them that's really cold. Can you imagine an island civilization like that that's used to these mild, 60, 70, 80 degree weather temps in the winter, all of a sudden dipping down into the 40s and the 30s? And they're doing the best they can. I heard that most of them are actually starting to install furnaces now. When this actually first started showing up a year or two ago, most of them had to make do with things like infrared space heaters or like makeshift wood stoves. That's about all they could do, because there weren't even companies there that installed furnaces, because it just wasn't something that was really necessary. I just kind of found that interesting, and you guys can give me your take on what you think about, global warming and the whole climate change thing. I've listened to both sides. I definitely think that we have some climate change happening right now, but as to whether or not it's man-made, that's really what I question, because if you go back into history, like many, many hundreds and thousands of years ago, there are cycles that just take place. I mean, there's been cycles of very cold weather, cycles of very warm weather, and it just goes back and forth. So what we're seeing now is nothing that this world hasn't experienced before. Whoa. Got this truck next to me. It's really, must be having a lot of engine problems. It's definitely a diesel truck, and it was spewing out a lot of blue smoke, which usually means they're burning oil. So, oh, I can smell it. Let me turn my vent off here. But getting back to what I was talking about, I don't know. I definitely think that there may be climate change out there, but I don't really honestly think that it's man-made. I just think it's part of the cycle. So let me go and pause the vlog. We got some crazy people driving out here. People aren't even driving in their lanes. Heading up to the thrift store. I'll let you guys know if I find anything. If not, I'll talk to you guys on the flip side, and probably when we get to Gabe's. Alright, tubers, just left the thrift store, and I told you I would record this if I wound up finding something interesting, and surely enough, I did. Not really surprised, actually, because I've seen these before, but not one that's brand new in box. This is a digital video stabilizer. Removes picture distortion from videotapes and corrects the color. Restores original picture quality when backing up your videotapes to DVD. Includes the cable, the 110 volt AC adapter, and the composite video cable. Now, for those of you who don't know what this is, if you have your older videotapes and you're either trying to make a copy of a videotape or you're trying to copy it, like they said, to DVD, most of them are encoded with copy protection, and when you try to copy your videos directly from one VCR to another, you're not going to be able to do it. What you'll actually see is the video gets really distorted. It'll get dull. There'll be like lines and pixelation in there. What this actually does is removes that, and it does it pretty easily. All you do, if you see right there, you see it says you got a video in and a video out. So basically what you hook one VCR to the video in, and the other one goes, I think, to the video out, if I remember correctly. And basically this works like a pass-through, and you're able to copy or back up your tapes without having the copyright protection destroy the recording. Now, you may say to yourself, Matt, this is illegal. Really, it isn't. The only way this is illegal is if you do that and you sell the VHS tapes or the DVDs that you backed up your VHS tapes to. If you're just backing it up for your own archival purposes, this is perfectly legal. So this was an awesome score. I gave $7 for it. No sale today because it's Monday, but I was very happy to pay the $7 for this because you can get these online, but they'll cost you $30, $40, $50. And I do have one at home. But it's like on its last legs. It was one of the real cheap ones. When they were actually called black boxes, believe it or not, the one I have at home is actually just a little black box that runs on a 9-volt battery, and that one is very unreliable. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. Usually I have to play around with the composite connections. I got to wiggle it around to make sure I get a good connection. So awesome score there. I have to run into Rose's and pick up Dad's. He wants one of these hand towels. Then we're going to go over to Gabe's, and I'll talk to you guys on the flip side. All right, everybody. Here we are at Gabe's. This is kind of a regional department store, and they have really interesting items here. What would you say it's most like? Maybe like
it's hard to
kind of like a Ross, right?
Yeah,
or a Marshall's.
Like a Ross, probably. Yeah, I'd say probably like a Ross, except they seem to have more houseware stuff.
Yeah, they're an interesting store.
I didn't like the store when it first opened. It wasn't that, but now I like it.
It's getting better. Yeah, they're getting more stock. So let's head into Gabe's and I'll show you what kind of stuff they got. All right, so you can see some of the specials they have right now. Ooh, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? That's pretty cool. Got cupping tables. In other words, one goes under the other, goes under the other. That'd be good for my computer power cords for sure. A shag stool, that's pretty cool. All right, let's head in.
They didn't use their furniture. Now they're...
Yeah, I just showed them that. Yeah, I just noticed that. Isn't that cool?
I like it.
This is some of the stuff we just saw. I like the distressed wood look there. Little fireplace. What do they call these screens? Fireplace screens? That is really cool. Hey, look at this. They're even selling TVs.
Is that a real one?
Yeah, it says $3.99 though. I don't really need anything quite that big. All right, Mom's going to go.
They have a lot of luggage, too.
Let me see. Where? Oh, that's pretty cool.
I like this one.
Let's see.
I like this one.
Yeah, because you said you wanted a hard shell, right?
I don't know if it
Is
would
that
poke
hard?
through if they throw it around. It's not real hard. It's not the real hard.
I think that would be okay
See this?
for $70.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, this is the real tough stuff over here. This is what we have now, but the problem we're having is it's all starting to fray.
It gets wet. Like the last time it rained, we got back from Sioux Falls, I thought it was stained, but it was all wet.
I remember that.
I think that one for $70 would fit my clothes for 10 days. You think so?
I would say so. That's probably bigger than what you have now. Pretty cool little marbling effect on there, too. But let's show you guys some of the other stuff they have. Excuse me. Oh, look at this. Oh, that's kind of for like a younger person, though. The little hearts like that. That's pretty neat, though. I never knew they had all this luggage. You learn something new every day. Uh-oh, Mom found something else she likes.
That's the soft.
Let me see. Yeah, that is soft.
See, the thing I like about these is it has the wheels that go both ways. Mine just go one way.
Right.
You know, you could do it. You could go like this, or you can do this.
That is pretty cool. That's nifty because sometimes you get it caught in between two cases like this, and if the wheels only go that way, you can't really get it out. Where in this case, you can slide it all over. And I think if it did get wet, that pattern's busy enough to where it really wouldn't show that much.
Oh, here's a smaller one. How much is that one?
This one is, I don't see a price on this. You always ask them. Maybe they just put them out. Wait a minute, there's something on the side here. What does that say? $44.99, so $45.
I may decide to get one.
You think?
I may. You see how
Look, they got them here too. This is crazy. They got tons of these things. This is similar to the one that I have, just doesn't have that effect on it. All right. Oh, clearance time, huh? Oh, it's Christmas stuff. I can't believe they still have Christmas stuff. A lot of the stores around here still have this Christmas stuff. That's kind of clever. Ho, 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 ho. $15 down to $2. I'm gonna have to look through this and see if there's anything I really want. Okay. I'm not sure what that was supposed to be. It looks like an alarm clock. Oh no, it's a bulb. It's a Christmas ornament. That's pretty cool. Joy to the world. The Lord has come. These are just little, like, gift boxes, I think. How are you supposed to open this thing? There we go. That's kind of cute. I'll bet these things are real cheap. $2. That is really cool. All right, I'm going to go and look around a little bit and help Mom out, and I'll talk to you guys on the flip side.
It was originally.
What are you asking me?
If that's worth 10. I think it was only originally 12, but it's
I wouldn't think so. Is it real? What is it made out of?
Yeah, I got the
Oh,
bowl.
it's not
Remember the
plastic or
bowl?
anything.
I just bought the bowl, remember?
Oh,
I
yeah.
bought the bowl. And this is the
That's the
platter.
matching platter.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool, though. I like those.
Yeah, I bought one. That's
Those
what it
are
was.
$7.99. Those aren't even marked down yet.
Well, I paid $6 for mine. Mine
Hey,
was
Mom,
on sale.
wouldn't you say that's for, like, milk or creamer?
Yeah, a creamer. Yeah,
I originally thought when I looked at it, I'm like, wait a minute, that's not a regular
yeah, no,
mug,
it's
is
like
it?
a creamer.
How much do they
And
want
it's
for
a
that?
picture. I don't know. I don't
That's
care about
$6. That's kind of...
I think that's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
I was hoping they'd mark these down. I don't know
The
if I
prices
should
here are generally pretty good, but you got to kind of watch out because they still have
I don't
some
know.
stuff
You
that's a
think
little
I really should get
overpriced.
that or not?
Well, get it if you want.
Yeah, I know, but
Hold
it's-
here, hold it up. Hold it up for the thumbnail. There we go. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and pause this, let Mom do some more shopping, and I'll talk to you guys. What?
The only one I have.
All right, we'll talk to you guys when we get outside. All right, tubers, just leaving Gabe's, and I'm going to end the vlog here today. But before I do, thought I'd show you a few items that I picked up. They had some nice clearance items today. So I picked up 2 of these Trendlogic. These are USB-C car chargers. You can see you have the cigarette lighter adapter there. This one is actually dual USB charger. One is a 1 amp port. The other one is a 2.1 amp port. So that'll actually charge my Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus fairly quickly. And it even comes with a 6-foot cable. Looks like a pretty nice braided cable too, if I can get it to focus there. Got one of those and got another one, pretty much identical, just a different color there. You see, they were originally $5, and I got them for $3.50. Next, for the cats, and they haven't had this in a while, so they'll be really, really pleased I picked this up. I got a massive 16-ounce bag of Purina's Whisker Lickens chicken and seafood flavors. These are the crunchy and yummy ones, so these are not the soft ones, because my cats cannot stand the soft Purina treats. You can see they're $3.99, and now it's funny because it says the normal price for these is $5. In this size bag, I've seen these as high as $8 to $10, so they're actually underpricing that. So what a phenomenal deal there. Gabe's really can't go wrong. Honestly, I'm very impressed with this store. And last but not least, we have a 3-pack of Dial Coconut Water Gentle Cleansing Skincare Bar Soap. I know that's a mouthful, right? Honestly, this isn't anything special. I just needed some soap, and what did I pay for this? This wasn't on clearance, but for $1.79, I thought it was well worth the price. All right, tubers, so that is my haul for today. I hope you guys really enjoyed the vlog. I love making these. Please continue to like and subscribe. And as always, have a blessed day, everybody.